Good morning, St. Conleth's Junior School. Good morning. Welcome to this morning's assembly, virtual assembly. Welcome Mr. O'Brien's second form, Miss Dillon's third form, Miss Coleman's fourth form, Mr. Sheridan's fifth form, and Miss Looms' sixth form. Now, I can't see all of you because if there were 100 faces on the screen, it wouldn't work. So the only people that you can see would be some of the sixth form pupils who are contributing and myself. So I would ask that all the other pupils from the other classes turn their camera off and turn mute. But the most important thing is that please do not comment during the assembly. So there's no more comments at all. The last thing I would say is that sometimes I do get knocked off these Hangouts due to poor connectivity. If that happens, just have a little bit of patience for about 30 seconds and I will come back in. Now, as I said, I can't see all of you, but you can see me. And you might notice something different about my appearance. So it is that I have a new tie, as you can see, just for the occasion. I hope you like it. Okay, well, I suppose I know that if the coronavirus had not visited us, sixth form would be confirmed by now, and they'd be busy preparing for their graduation. Some of you would have had loads of medals at the sports day a couple of weeks ago. Some of you would be busy preparing a really cool act for the upcoming talent show. And most importantly, maybe second form, their big day was due to be tomorrow, their first Holy Communion. None of these things have happened. And unfortunately, they're not going to happen in this academic year. But what I can say is that we will try our best to facilitate them whenever we can. And what I would say to second form in particular is that they will have their big day, they will have their sacrament, they will have their party, and they will have their cake. I can guarantee you that. The first message that I want to get to you all is that we miss you. The teachers in St. Conleth's Junior School miss not seeing you every day. We miss not saying good morning to you. We miss not saying goodbye at the end of the day. And we miss everything in between. We even miss things that we didn't think we would miss, like fighting over football in the yard, like bad handwriting, like chips all over the canteen floor on a Thursday. We didn't think we'd miss things like that, but we do. We've missed them over the last 8 weeks. Google Classroom and Google Hangouts, it can never replace real school, but we have to do what is necessary in the current situation to continue teaching and for you to continue learning. That is the most important thing. I know you have been working hard because the teachers have told me so. And I want to ask you to continue working hard. I want you to work hard and do your best because your parents are doing their best. This is a very difficult time for them. Many of them are trying to work full-time from home and are doing a crash course in becoming teachers at the same time. You should try to help them as much as possible by showing them that you can work independently, that you can do your own work after the teacher has explained everything to you in the morning, and make them proud. I also want you to do your best because the teachers are doing their best. They are sad because they can only see you on a screen and they spend all day correcting your work and on a computer and producing more work for the following day. They are delighted when you respond with your best work, because it makes all their hard work worthwhile. And I should take this opportunity to thank the teachers for all their hard work, because I probably don't do it enough. I definitely don't do it enough. The lockdown can seem like a real pain now, because you can't see your friends, your relations, or grandparents. But believe it or not, some good can come out of this. And not only that you are going to hopefully become more independent learners from this, maybe we can appreciate things a little bit more now that the world has slowed down, and maybe we can emerge as kinder and more understanding humans. Sixth former Jamie will now read a poem to reflect this sentiment. Thanks, Jamie.
And the People Stayed Home by Kitty O'Meara. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed, and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses, and made new choices, and dreamed new images, and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully, as they had been healed.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Well read. We're going to continue on a similar theme. There is another poem that is going to be read by 3 sixth form pupils. And the reason that we picked this poem is because it was written by a Capuchin monk in Ireland. The Parents Association in St. Conleth's has a strong connection with the Capuchin Centre in Dublin. They've done a lot of fundraising for it. And the poet highlights some of the inspiring things that have happened during the dark days of the lockdown, both here and abroad, that we can bring forward with us. Okay, Rian. Sorry, Rian, you're on mute there. Rian, you just need to, good boy.
Sorry. Lockdown by Bruno Richard. Yes, there is fear. Yes, there is isolation. Yes, there is panic buying. And yes, there is sickness. Yes, there is even death. But they say in Wuhan, after so many years of noise, you can hear the birds again. They say after just a few weeks of quiet, the sky is no longer thick with fumes, but blue and grey and clear. They say in the streets of Assisi, people are singing to each other across the empty squares, keeping the windows open, so those who are all alone may hear the sounds of family around them.
They say that a hotel in the west of Ireland is offering free meals and delivery to the housebound. Today, a young woman I know is busy spreading flyers with her number through the neighborhood so that the elders may have someone to call on. Today, churches, synagogues, mosques, and temples are preparing to welcome and shelter the homeless, the sick, the weary. All over the world, people are slowing down and reflecting. All over the world, people are looking at their neighbors in a new way. All over the world, people are waking up to a new reality, to how big we really are, to how little control we really have, to what really matters, to love.
So we pray and we remember that yes, there is fear, but there does not have to be hate. Yes, there is isolation, but there does not have to be loneliness. Yes, there is panic buying, but there does not have to be meanness. Yes, there is sickness, but there does not have to be disease of the soul. Yes, there is even death, but there can always be a life, rebirth of to the choices you make as to how you live now. Today, breathe. Listen behind the factory noises of your panic. The birds are singing again. The sky is clearing. Spring is coming, and we are always encompassed by love.
Thank you, Rian, Connor, and John. For you pupils, this is the third time that school has closed in recent years in St. Conleth's Junior School. We had Storm Ophelia and the Beast from the East in recent years. I went through all of primary school, all of secondary school, and all of college without ever a day off for any reason. So it is understandable that you may be worried that the world is a dangerous place. You could be worried about the earth, your family, getting sick. When are you going to be able to get back to school and see your friends and teachers again? Worry is understandable, but it doesn't do you any good. Our advice is to look on the bright side. The glass is half full, not half empty. Coleman will read a poem to reflect this.
I'm Worried by Mary Oliver. I worried a lot. Will the green grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading, or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and gave it up, and took my old buddy and went out into the weaning and sang.
Thank you, Coleman. We've already mentioned parents and the great work that they are doing. There are two other groups of people who deserve special mention at this assembly. We will do this by offering 3 prayers read by Eva, Ross, and Leo.
Dear Lord, today, please pray for all of our parents. Thank you, Lord, for our wonderful parents. We are so grateful for everything they are doing for us during these challenging times. We thank them most sincerely for their endless love, attention, guidance, help, understanding, wisdom, and most importantly, right now, their everlasting patience. Lord, help us to cherish these precious times together and to help our parents in any way we can. Without them, we are lost. Lord, hear us.
Lord, graciously hear us.
Dear Lord, please pray for all our dear grandparents. Please take away any fear, anxiety, and feelings of isolation they may feel right now. We especially pray for those who are receiving treatment or under quarantine. Please give them hope, peace, and a strong sense of security that they will return to full health as soon as possible. We are all wholeheartedly missing our grandparents at this time. They make us feel like the only person in the room, like we can achieve anything. They support us in everything we do, and they make us feel so very, very loved. Lord, hear us.
Lord, graciously hear us.
Dear Lord, we pray for all our outstanding healthcare workers. Loving God, we place into your care all our doctors, nurses, and frontline staff. Please give them courage of heart and strength of mind and body. Keep them safe from harm. May they know our deep gratitude for all they are doing to heal and help those affected by the coronavirus. Lord, bless them and bless their family too.
Lord, graciously hear us. Thank you, Eva, Ross, and Leo. We are coming to the end of this morning's assembly. It's a strange assembly for a strange time. I know that your principal is wearing flip-flops at the moment, and that would not normally happen at an assembly. I hope you took something from it. I hope that the main messages got through. Keep doing your best, showing your parents how much you have grown up. Say thanks to your parents and your teachers for their hard work. And most importantly, don't worry. Nothing will be achieved by worrying, and you will be back doing all the things that you did before long. St. Conleth's College will be open soon, and you will be playing with your classmates again. The weather has become very nice. We don't want you sitting in front of computer screens all day. I hope you are getting fresh air and exercise. When you are online, remember to be safe. Mr. Travers sent you an email yesterday. We want you to read it with your parents over the weekend and follow the guidelines. A final thank you to the sixth form pupils who participated in this morning's assembly and Miss Looms who oversaw the preparation. Thank you for your attention. Stay safe, and we will see each other soon. Goodbye.